In this video, we'll be taking a look at two NHL games happening on January 15, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Carolina Hurricanes versus Buffalo Sabres. The Carolina Hurricanes are set to hit the road for a matchup against the Buffalo Sabres at the KeyBank Center. For those following the game closely, we've got you covered with our in-depth Carolina Hurricanes versus Buffalo Sabres prediction. Heading into this contest, the Hurricanes hold a strong record of 26-15-3, showcasing their consistent performance throughout the season. Meanwhile, the Sabres have struggled to find their footing and currently sit at 16-22-5. Last season, these two teams clashed 3 times, with Carolina emerging victorious in 2 of those matchups. This game holds significant importance for the Hurricanes as they aim to avoid back-to-back losses. In their most recent outing, they faced the Anaheim Ducks at home but ultimately fell short in an overtime loss. Despite rallying with 2 goals in the third period to tie the game, they couldn't secure the win in overtime. The Hurricanes have been productive offensively, averaging 3.34 goals per game, while their defense has been solid, allowing just 2.7 goals per contest. These numbers place their offense as the 6th best in the league and their defense in 9th. Looking ahead, the Hurricanes recently defeated the Canucks but stumbled against the Ducks. Their upcoming schedule includes challenging matchups against the Golden Knights, Blackhawks, and Stars. On the other hand, the Sabres have struggled to achieve consistent success this season, as evidenced by their most recent defeat. In their last game, Buffalo faced off against the Seattle Kraken and managed to score only 2 goals while their defense conceded 6. The Sabres' offensive output averages 3.02 goals per game, but their defense has been a glaring weakness, giving up an average of 3.37 goals per contest. Offensively, they are ranked 12th in the league, but their defense lags significantly at 27th. Notably, opposing teams have recorded a save percentage of .888 against them, which is the 8th best mark in the league. The Sabres have experienced mixed results lately, including a win over the Senators and a loss to the Kraken. They will face the Penguins, Kraken, and Canucks in their upcoming schedule. Carolina has been a force offensively throughout this season. In their last 9 games, they have scored 3 or more goals in 5 outings, reinforcing their position as one of the top offensive teams in the league. They currently rank 6th in goals per game and 2nd in shots per game. Defensively, the Hurricanes have also been impressive, ranking 10th in goals against per game and 2nd in shots against per game. In contrast, Buffalo has faced significant defensive struggles this season. The Sabres rank 27th in goals against per game and 24th in shots against per game, which has heavily contributed to their inconsistency. The Hurricanes have historically performed well against Buffalo, boasting a 7-2-1 record in their last 10 meetings. Although the Hurricanes have faced some challenges on the road this season, they remain the stronger team in this matchup. They have won 7 of their last 10 games against the Sabres and have a proven ability to capitalize on opportunities against weaker opponents. As mentioned in prior analyses, Buffalo has a tendency to disappoint just when fans start to have faith in their potential. This pattern was evident in their recent 6-2 home loss to the Kraken, a performance that highlights their ongoing struggles. Trusting the Sabres in games against tougher competition remains a risky proposition. Conversely, the Hurricanes are one of the league's most reliable teams and often prevail in games they are expected to win. So the Carolina Hurricanes to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Carolina's offensive strength continues to shine this season, having scored 3 or more goals in 5 of their last 9 games. With a ranking of 6th in goals per game and 2nd in shots per game, their offensive depth is undeniable. In stark contrast, Buffalo's defense and goaltending have been subpar, ranking 27th in goals against per game and 24th in shots against per game. Recent matchups between these two teams have also leaned toward higher scoring, with the over going 6-3-1 in their last 10 meetings. Buffalo's forwards, led by that players like Tage Thompson and Alex Touch have the potential to generate offensive pressure with quick puck movement and effective passing. However, the Sabres' defensive struggles remain a significant hurdle as they have allowed 22 goals over their last 6 games. On the other side, Carolina's offense, featuring standouts like Sebastian Aho, Martin Necas, and Seth Jarvis, is poised to exploit Buffalo's defensive weaknesses. Additionally, defensemen Shane Gostisbehere and Dmitry Orlov are adept at creating scoring opportunities from the point, further bolstering Carolina's attack. In their previous meeting, the Wild managed to score just 1 goal but are expected to bring a stronger effort in this matchup after a disappointing December performance. Despite averaging over 3 goals per game this season, they face a formidable challenge against an Oilers team that has dominated them, scoring 10 goals in their last 2 games. Even with a potential bounce-back effort from the Wild, Edmonton's high-powered offense is likely to ensure a high-scoring affair. In the 2 previous matchups between these teams, each game concluded with 8 total goals scored. While another 8-goal game isn't guaranteed, both teams are expected to contribute significantly to the scoreboard. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Edmonton Oilers versus Minnesota Wild. The Edmonton Oilers, boasting an impressive record of 27-13-3, have been on a remarkable hot streak recently. With their roster of top-tier stars performing at peak levels, it appears that the Oilers are gearing up to enter the Stanley Cup playoffs with maximum momentum. Their cohesive gameplay and consistent success suggest they are ready to make a serious bid for history in the 2025 season. On Wednesday, they faced the Minnesota Wild, a team that has also impressed with a 27-13-4 record. Many analysts initially predicted a decline for the Wild following their strong start to the season. However, fueled by an MVP-caliber performance from their leading star, the Wild are proving themselves to be legitimate contenders this year. The Edmonton Oilers achieved their 27th win of the season in a thrilling 1-0 victory over the Los Angeles Kings. This recent game showcased their ability to execute under pressure as they scored late in the second period and demonstrated exceptional defensive skills to secure a shutout win. During the game, the Oilers fired 30 shots on goal, won 48.4% of the face-offs, and went 0 for 2 on the power play. Their sole goal was delivered by the talented Connor McDavid, while goaltender Stuart Skinner stopped all 30 shots he faced, highlighting his exceptional form. Prior to this triumph, the Oilers secured a 4-3 win against the Chicago Blackhawks, but experienced a setback with a 5-3 loss to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Nevertheless, Edmonton has emerged victorious in 6 of their last 7 games. They currently occupy second place in the Pacific Division standings, amassing 57 points. This season, the Oilers have averaged 3.26 goals per game while allowing 2.72 goals against per game. Their special teams have also been effective, with a 24.3% success rate on the power play and a 77.1% efficiency on the penalty kill. The Minnesota Wild entered this matchup with a record of 27-13-4, but they are coming off a disappointing 4-1 loss to the Vegas Golden Knights. Despite taking an early 1-0 lead in the first period, the Wild conceded 4 unanswered goals and were ultimately outplayed. In that game, they were outshot 37-16, although they managed to win 56% of face-offs. Like the Oilers, they struggled on the power play, going 0 for 2. Their lone goal was scored by Ryan Hartman, while goaltender Philip Gustafsson made 33 saves out of 37 shots faced. Prior to this defeat, the Wild secured a 3-1 victory over the San Jose Sharks but endured a heavy 6-1 loss to the Colorado Avalanche before that. Despite these ups and downs, Minnesota has emerged victorious in 5 of their last 7 games. They currently rank second in the Central Division with 58 points. The Wild have averaged 2.95 goals per game this season while allowing 2.73 goals against per game. Their power play operates at 18.2% efficiency, while their penalty kill stands at 71.6%. Edmonton comes into this game riding a wave of strong performances over the past 2 weeks. However, they will face the challenge of being on the road, where their record stands at 12-6-2 this season. Conversely, the Wild have been less dominant at home, with an 11-9-1 record at the Xcel Energy Center. Minnesota has struggled offensively in their recent games, managing only 5 goals across their last 3 matchups. Both teams have demonstrated solid defensive play throughout the season, with each allowing an average of around 2.7 goals per game. These factors set the stage for an intriguing clash between two of the Western Conference's hottest teams. Despite splitting their two meetings this season, with each team winning one game, the Wild hold a commanding 7-3 advantage in their last 10 head-to-head matchups dating back to February 2022. Although Edmonton emerged victorious in their most recent game in Minnesota, the Wild had won the previous 4 encounters, outscoring the Oilers 19-16 in that span. After suffering a lopsided 6-goal defeat in their last meeting, Minnesota will be highly motivated to exact revenge in this high-stakes showdown. While the Oilers' home dominance does not directly benefit them in this road game, Minnesota's better performance on the road compared to at home this season also adds an element of unpredictability. That said, the Wild's ability to compete in this matchup and potentially win outright remains a strong possibility, so the Minnesota Wild to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Whenever the Edmonton Oilers and the Minnesota Wild face off, fans can expect plenty of offensive fireworks. This is evident from the fact that the over has hit in 6 of their last 10 head-to-head matchups, with a combined 18 goals scored in their 2 meetings earlier this season. However, recent trends show a slight shift. For the Oilers, the over has cashed in just 4 of their last 10 games, despite the team scoring 3 or more goals in 9 of those contests. Meanwhile, the Wild have an even 5-5 record on the over in their last 10 games, but they have allowed an average of 4 goals per game in their past 5 home appearances. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.